All right, I am recording. How is everyone? I hope you're doing well. And so this is a topic that makes me feel super jazzed because doTERRA makes it super easy. And I don't know if you guys got a chance to go to what is it called? The EWG website, but it's a really good resource that can kind of get a little overwhelming because there's just a lot of information about different toxic things going on, which there's a lot. So I like to do it in little bits. They also have an app that I really like, where you can scan a product at the store. And I'm going to start off by saying the thing about doTERRA is that you can just replace all those products and then you don't have to scan anything. And it makes it easy because they make sure that there's no parabens or any of the icky stuff that I talk about in their products. But so where you get a lot of your toxins are going to be from household products and then personal care products. And I'm going to start off by telling you just a couple of facts about different things that I had no idea about before I started going down this path of making my house less toxic. But so the typical woman ingests about, where did I write that note? Okay, so the average woman puts 168 chemicals in their body before they even walk out of the door. And so that just means with washing your hands, anytime you clean your floors with bleach or any kind of Lysol, that's going to get absorbed into your skin. Makeup has a ton of chemicals in it, and there's some really good organic makeup companies out there now. But and men typically ingest 85 chemicals before they leave the house every morning, just because they don't, as we all know, they don't do as many things with their hair and face. So I just thought that was an interesting fact. And then oftentimes, like even in Meyer's soap, it'll have fragrance in it, and fragrance is just a word that stands for 3,163 chemicals that they can put in there, and it's not very regulated by the FDA. So I know if you use any European products, they have way stricter guidelines with what chemicals go into their products. And so the US is not very regulatory when it comes to fragrance. So also, I thought this was really interesting because I had no idea that anything that says antibacterial on it typically is a pesticide that they're using to get rid of bacteria, viruses, and mold. And we're using a lot of antibacterial. I know, like, even for myself, I've been using a lot more hand sanitizer, like, out and about. And I even have, like, my all natural stuff, but I'm just like, oh, it's so convenient. I don't even have to reach in my purse. And so I know it can get super overwhelming with, like, where do I even begin with all of this? And so I think of it as like reducing my toxic load, not like ridding myself of a toxic load. Like there are going to be times where I go into other people's houses or I go into a business, or I mean, there's just some products that I really love that I'm willing, like I have a dry shampoo that has petroleum in it, and I really love it. So I've decided that I'm going to spray a little bit of petroleum in my hair, but I'm going to try to avoid other things. So that's just some fun facts. And I got all of this information from the ewg.org, which I sent in the email, but I'll send it again tonight. So if you're looking for more information on that. So how do you make the swap where do you even begin? And so what I recommend doing is like starting with a room in your house. So you can start with your bathroom and then gradually move to your kitchen or different places. And so a way to do that through doTERRA is you can use like their On Guard concentrate doesn't have any chemicals in it. It is an antibacterial, antiviral, and it is what I use as my hand soap. So I have little hand soaps that I make. I use it to clean. I make a cleaner that I spray all over my house. I will put a tablespoon of it into my toilets to clean my toilets. I use it anytime I'm going to clean. Basically, my mom uses bleach for everything, and now she uses this. But she used to just anything you would use bleach for, you can use On Guard concentrate as. And the reason you don't want to use bleach is because I used to be a history teacher. That's what in World War One they made gas bombs out of. And so it's not that concentrated, but if you use it on a continual basis, it can do damage to our lungs, which we don't want to do right now. And then a swap for your hand wash is I do make the hand wash, but I really love when it's already made. So I love the doTERRA hand wash. And so I kind of go back and forth. Like if I run out of this, then I'll make it. The foaming hand wash is pretty amazing. And then candles. Candles are something that like becomes really popular in the fall, like when Thanksgiving and Halloween, and we want to do all those like cinnamon scents, and um and then Christmas. And there's just there's so much fragrance in all of that. So you're ingesting all of those chemicals, and then they become carcinogenic after burning for an hour, which just means you're inhaling another chemical. And if you do a diffuser blend, like cinnamon and cassia, and they have a lot of really amazing fall blends that you can do, you're getting an antibacterial, and everything that's in there, you're getting through your skin. So you're building up your immune system. And then the On Guard laundry detergent, I use this. And what I find is that it's kind of a small bottle, but it's concentrated, and you only need like a teeny bit, and I love it. So that is another little quick switch that you can do. Is there any questions thus far? All right. And then since all these cleaners are concentrated, they are typically cheaper than their counterpart because a little bit goes a long way. So then we'll move on to making the switch in your bathroom or your cosmetics. So that's like where you get the biggest number of toxins that you're ingesting. I mean, when you have a blue toothpaste, all of those chemicals are going into your gums, and your gums are super, super absorbent. And so you do not want any of that blue dye going into your gums. And something that I love about the doTERRA toothpaste is that it's a whitening toothpaste, but its pH is low enough so it doesn't actually eat the enamel away on your teeth, which most whitening toothpaste, the pH is really high, and so then it makes your teeth thin, which makes you more susceptible to cavities. So it's whitening. There's no fluoride, which is bad for you. And it has On Guard, myrrh, and peppermint in it. So the myrrh is really good just for your gum health, and then the peppermint for your breath. I've found I take spearmint and I add it to, you don't have to do this, but this is like if you want to like go over the top with your toothpaste. I've been adding spearmint to my toothbrush, and it's amazing. So now the all natural deodorants. Everybody's always super skeptical about all natural deodorant, which I was too when I was in high school and middle school. I used a prescription deodorant that I got from the doctor that like burned so bad. But so I just did not think that I could use all natural deodorant, and I would try, and it just never worked out. And I was either too sweaty or too smelly, and it's just one of those things, if you have a normal job or go out in society at all, you can't really afford to go all natural if you want people to stand next to you. So I found that doTERRA all natural deodorant actually works, and so I love it. It's the only deodorant I would use. And if you have a baking soda, it does have baking soda in it. So if you have a baking soda allergy, they do have one without baking soda in it. So just, I know some people know that about themselves, and they do have one without baking soda. And then the shampoo and conditioner. So I did not start using the shampoo and conditioner until after I had my third son. And when you have babies, your hair falls out a ton afterwards. And with the doTERRA shampoo, I didn't have any fallout. So if you have thinning hair, it has rosemary in it, and it like makes your hair super full. And kind of at this point in quarantine, I wish it didn't, because I need a haircut really bad. But shampoo and conditioner is one of those places where you're going to get a lot of toxins, especially deodorant as well. There's no aluminum in the deodorant and all that stuff. And then the Virage skincare set, they have a bunch of skincare sets. This is the one that I use and I really love. Everybody has different skin, so they have different ones for different types of skin. And if you want help figuring out which one works best for your body, I can give you more information about that. Don't hesitate to reach out. But they have a couple of lines, and I like them all for different reasons, and so I've used them all, so I can guide people in that direction as well. So there's a way to ditch some of that stuff. The shampoo, I want to note that it is color safe, because that was something that I was concerned about, because I've always used purple shampoo because that's what you use for blonde hair, and it works almost better than my purple shampoo, and I don't get like that weird purple fake dye that's stuck in my hair. What else? Any questions about those products? All right. So then we're going to go over the wellness box. So if you wanted to do LRP, here would be a sample LRP. You could do shampoo and conditioner, the wash, the toothpaste, a hand sanitizer, the face wash, and then adding a Purify to it. And I use Purify a lot on dryer balls. So it's also really good for cleansing the air, so I diffuse it a lot, and that's a good one to have around, especially in the summer. It's a really good bug spray as well. So something that I want to talk about with the wellness box is, this is when it really becomes, doTERRA becomes your one-stop shop, is when you start using it for your shampoo, your cleaner, your toothbrush, your face wash, your vitamins. What else have we gone over in the last couple weeks? And so you're getting all of your wellness stuff, and it's made easy. Like, you don't even need, I don't really use the EWG website or app when I go out and about, because everything I need I get from doTERRA. And except for, of course, dry shampoo. They don't have that yet. So then I don't over research everything else. I feel like there's so much research that goes into, like, can I use this and can I use that? And I thought Myers was good for you, and come to find out it's not. And then you get points and a free oil of the month. And so it just makes it, for me, what I love about it more than like the points and the free oil of the month, and even the product credit that you get for each thing, is it just makes it easy. Like, I don't like going from like being in the Target aisle and having to read everything on the back of the label, and spending 3 hours at Target and spending $300 every time I go. I spend a lot less money just because I really don't go to Target, because everything I need doTERRA sells, and then the little other things I'll get at HEB when we go to the grocery store, which we have to go to anyways. And so it cuts out those like $100 here and there throughout the month when you stop by Target, because you cannot leave Target without spending $100. Like, it's just impossible. So I will also email this out to you all. And then if you have that little card, tonight's class code is Melissa, spelled just like the name, MELISSA. All right. I'm going to stop recording and then I'm going to answer